Yo, what up, y'all?
What's going on, man? Look us. Like that. We gonna keep this shit going, man. This is our first show, you know what I'm saying? Man, copy out. Looking good, man. It's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that part. yeah. Hey, man, why you gotta be doing all these dumbass dances and shit, making us look embarrassing and shit, man? Huh? It's a podcast. Focus. Bam. I'm saying.
Nah, it doesn't.
Nah, they ain't gonna do it. Fuck it.
You just might like it if you give this shit a chance. Yeah. Peer pressure is a motherfucker when you start vibing to the beat. This type of music make you dance. You feel it in your blood, don't you?
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's going on with y'all, man?
Yeah, it's Big Hunnrou, Big Hunnrou, and y'all already know what the fuck it is.
4800 C.A.B, man. You know where I'm coming for, C.A.B, you know?
It's I'm here with my brother, man, and that's really just it. Like, this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been through so much, and we're gonna work on our choice of words so you don't hear, you know what I'm saying, and on them and all of that. So we gonna be, you know.
Don't work it up, get it radio, ready and everything for y'all, man, you know, so we can keep it on this YouTube and then, mess with our, advertisements and our monetization, anything like that, you know. Just gonna talk about a lot of things, a lot of things about our life, how we came together, how everything started, you know what I'm saying, how we met, you know what I'm saying, things like that, It's been a long road, you know what I'm saying, but, we hard body, struggle to better days, roller coaster life.
For sure. Honestly, first off, I just want to talk about like our situation, like current situation right now at this moment. But we could start a little bit from the beginning, so we basically just want to give them the story, because honestly we don't even have a name for this yet. All we know is this is a well prepared production.
That's all we know.
And it's just, from now on, this is gonna be a well-prepared production. So, hopefully when y'all tune in and the name just comes so organically and it just gonna stick, So, but we kind of gonna start from like, a few years back, high school maybe, right?
Yeah, we go back that way.
High school. Now I'm 27. I'm 27 years old. 2 weeks ago I just made. Thank you, everyone.
My boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. A long time coming for sure. Chicago, born and raised. The high school that I went to, Hyde Park, and that's really where I met my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long, like, journey with like friends and family, and he's still right here. So. We still have the same mindset, like the same goals and things. Not really like that, like the same goals and the same mindset. It's like just like we really have a mutual outlook on life. Like we agree on a lot of ways that we want to
improve
and see our future and improve.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, man, you want to tell them
I could just tell y'all about my high school and how I ended up, you know what I'm saying?
How you even
you
end
know
up
what I'm saying? Like,
at Hyde Park? Because I'm from the east side of Chicago.
No,
this dude.
Yeah, I'm west side Leclerc course, but yeah, so shit, I'm
shout out to the west side.
Yeah, shout out to the west side Leclerc course, man. You'll see, I started off from Leclerc courts, went to like a neighborhood school, Kennedy, high school, little neighborhood school they send you to and everything. Kind of was like a lot of shit going on. Right?
Like a lot of people from the same neighborhood go.
They go to the same. It's like when you in that area, you gotta go to the school that's as closest to you, unless you take a test to get in another school. You know what I'm saying? So I was there, with all my people I grew up with and everything. Probably there for like a month, but into me being there, I was getting into gang fights and all that kind of stuff. So we wound up moving from out west and we moved to the Hunnrou, which was on the south side. We wound up starting to go to a school called Julian, you know. Fast forward, just to make a long story short, we got into some issues out there, wound up getting kicked out, locked up, all of that, you know, and moving forward, I found my way to Hyde Park, you know. I guess the principal and my parents, they talked out some way for me to get out there, you know. I started going to Hyde Park. So when I met my boy, you know, I didn't want to go in the lunchroom. You know how it be in the lunchroom, man. You knew you didn't want to mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Was a little
you know,
reckless.
so it was just too much. You know, if you know Hyde Park and you know everything that was going on around Chicago, you know, I really wasn't in tune to it. You know, and I'm from the West Side, so I really wasn't, you know, I wasn't on to too much. You know,
He's basically on new stomping grounds.
exactly,
Like
exactly.
He's like in no man's land at that time.
New kid on the block. You know? I'm
what?
like, you know what? I ain't even gonna go to the lunchroom. I'll be hearing people talk about the computer room and the library, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check that out, you know? I go up in there, you know what I'm saying? I bump into the foe, you know, Chris, you know, and we chopped it up for a little minute. But before we did that, I remember seeing some little writing on the desk, and I'm seeing like little, you know, little game, little writing signs.
Everybody tagged the desk
you
in
know,
school.
that was like, you know, the little stamp, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just put what you about what you repping, you know? And I'm just looking at it, and I think I said something about the foes or something like that. Like, who put this there, you know? And he was like, why? I said something like, you one of the foes? I'm trying to be cocky. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of the foes. Why? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, shit, I'm one of the foes too.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We started chopping it up. I found out he was from over there with my pops, you know, he knows some people from over there in that area. So, you know, everything just started coming about, man. We had the same goals, you know, same mindset even back then, you know, like we was always the ones trying to have our mind on a different, you know what I'm saying, a different approach, you know what I'm saying? So we was more focused on getting our money and helping our family and things like that at the time, you know? So, yeah.
And then it's crazy because even though only thing we should have been worried about was getting our education because that was the only thing we had to do at that point. We just had so many things, I guess, so many things we desired even at that age, where we knew just coming here and going to school, or we felt like just coming here and going to school is not gonna get the things that we desired. I mean, even when, like, if we fast forward a little bit, but we're gonna go back though. Like I remember prom coming around, man. Like, I just remember wanting to be like, man, I need to get out here and do some kind of hustling or something. I need me a nice car. I mean, you know, you just had crazy goals. And kids nowadays, they proms is like, shit. The parents is way involved. You know, unless these kids are just having it, the parents is crazy involved in these proms now. But it's like, you know, then I felt like, you know, you know what I'm saying, I gotta make me a move. So even if I can do that, and that was a small goal, you know, just for them, but it was just an example, you know. But to take it back, you know, back to when we met and made that brotherly alliance, you know, and having the same goals, meaning music, right?
Yeah, definitely music.
That's it.
Definitely.
So like we have a mutual love for music. You know, this is like one of the this was one of the first people I met in school that was like open with his talent, like the dancing, like I'm talking about in the middle of the hallway where everybody like looking, you know, like everybody like crowding around and like dancing and rapping and being like, you know, just showcasing his talent just openly, just amongst peers. Like that was the first time I ever really seen that in school, you know. So it's just like that kind of left a mark on me, you know what I'm saying? Like that was something that my brother, it was like in the way he inspired me, like, yo, that's cool, you know, just seeing how everybody was just amazed by that. And that was part of that West Side, that West Side culture, man. My fault.
Yeah, not to cut you off or anything, though.
No, I was going to ask you, what is...
Yeah, at the same time, you know, because I remember, like, you know, you showing me your music and, like, yeah, I rap too and everything, you know. I'm like, yeah, I want to hear, you know, because everybody, like, yeah, I can rap and everybody. But, you know, people don't really be talking. I'm like a lyrical person, you know, so I like to hear the music and everything, but I want to hear what you're talking about, you know, what's the message. You know, and I'm listening to the shit you saying, and I'm like, damn, you know, like... This man spitting, you know, he's saying some shit I would never think of, you know what I'm saying? Like, he started making me want to get my music and everything back on order. Let me get more focus into this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I definitely, yeah, so.
Step it up.
So.
No, but I was gonna talk about just like the West Side music and dance. culture that when we was in high school, the west side of Chicago had a dance culture that was crazy, waving through the whole city. And he like brought a little bit of that
bopping and everything, man.
You know, and then it was okay. Every side of Chicago, they was there. Everybody's involved, but like the west side had an authenticity to it. You know what I'm saying? So like he brought that authenticity to our side of town, to our school, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was dope, bro. So like, you know, shit. Talk about that a little bit, because I know that was a crazy time.
Around the time me coming out there to Hyde Park and everything, you know, it was back during the bopping days, you know, MBE, Sicko Mob.
Bopping.
Stunt Taylor, you know, all these different things. You know, we already had the little footwork and then Walla Cam, slow dance and belly roller thing going on, you know. So I was doing all of that for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that man was belly rolling.
Touch bases on everything, you know what I'm saying? I guess you called me a stripper in my former life, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just how it was, you know. We was enjoying life, right? You know what I'm saying?
That man was belly rolling.
You hear me? But the women loved it, you know? The women loved it, you know? It was part of our culture, so that's how we was, you know, that's how we was moving, you know? Everything
loved it.
Yeah, everything was smooth, you know what I'm saying? Back then, you could have like what they call fifis, you know? It was like a block party, I should say, you know?
Fifi.
It was called a block party. I mean, it was called a fifi, but it really was just a block party with grown people, you know, just blocking off the roads. It was like, it wasn't like we requested to have the roads blocked off. You know, you go to the city or whatever and they, you know, you request to have this road blocked off for the day or whatever. They put the cone. We didn't do none of that, you know. We just did it ourselves, blocked off the roads. You knew if you came down this block, it was going to probably be an hour before you got off the block to even make a right, or a left. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just too much traffic, you know.
And I think I attended one Fifi.
One
Fifi. I think Fifi, it comes from the word fiesta.
Party. That's really what it is, you know.
But I think I attended one Fifi. I swear it couldn't have been less than about 1,500 people just outside in this neighborhood, just like out here. And I'm like, bro, I've been to block parties. I even been to parties with like, y'all know, like back to school block parties where the whole neighborhood seemed to come out to those, the barbecue with the, I have never seen this many people. It was at like a basketball game. I went to this basketball game. Dope game. Everybody was just, you know, involved. It was real intense. Nothing rowdy though. And then it's like the gym moved out to the park and then to this block where like just ended up. It was just like,
shout out to Laverne, man.
Yeah, it was like a crazy experience for me. That was the one and only time I ever did that. I wish I could redo that again, man. But things changed a little bit.
Things changed, man, you know. At first, it wasn't no issues. You could just have a fifi and everything was everything, you know. It's just a good time. You can stay out there from sun up to sundown, you know. Sundown to sun up. But, you know, over time, you know, life started changing and there's too much gang activity and people dying and retaliation, you know. So it kind of messed up everything a little bit. But, you know, Chicago's still a beautiful city, you know. It just got some, you know, messed up people in it and everything. But that's everywhere, you know.
A little bit of everywhere for sure. But attending that definitely was one of the best days of that summer that I have had in a long time. Best days that I had in a long time. And it was in the middle of the summertime where, you know, it was like around the time I felt I had got like some new mics and probably like a jersey. So I was a little fresh, you know. I had to, you know, when I always liked that. Around that time, you know, I had a little gear I could pop out, so it was cool, man. I enjoyed that, and it was really just because, you know, I got to meet a lot of your homies from your side of town, a lot of the guys that you grew up with and vibe with, and they, you know, they just you know took me in as they own, you know, because it was a point in time in the night. I think you had jumped in the car with somebody or something. Yeah. And then it was just like me and a couple of the guys from the neighborhood and your brother, and they was just like, come on, we gonna walk this way and walk over here and go down here. And it was just like, you know, I was out there like, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. We ended up going back to your place, man. It was like, yo,
good time.
It was a good time. It was a good time for sure. For sure. And that's like I said, that energy, like that party energy. Imagine that, you know, in the middle of the hallway between classes, you know what I'm saying? Him and his brother, they doing the dance. It was just like, it was less like they brought a lot of that energy right there to Hyde Park, and you know, that was dope. That was dope, you know what I'm saying?
That was good memories, man. Definitely some good memories in Hyde Park for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was doing so much, you know what I'm saying? I remember I almost didn't graduate though, you know what I'm saying? There was just so much going on, you know, like, man.
I remember I didn't graduate.
Yeah, you know that happened, man, especially being out there in Chicago. But you could touch bases on a little bit how that happened though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just so much you not trying to go, it was just complications on the road of going to school and leaving, you know what I'm saying, too? So, yeah, people don't really know that much about it, you know what I'm saying? There's more to it than just, I wasn't feeling it, you know?
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. School was tough for me, honestly. I always say that I'm blessed to have the friends that I can now call my brothers. You know, the same two guys that have always been my brothers are still, and my best friends are still my same two best friends today. Of course, I've gained more brothers and more friends that have become brothers over time, but these two guys have just like always been there. You know, especially like a time like high school for a young man, it's like one of the toughest times in life.
Especially in Chicago.
Especially in Chicago or any big city like that. You know, like where just so much you can get into or just be involved in just by, you know, involuntarily sometimes. So, man, like if you combine, you know, being, you know, just like self-conscious and not really having much and like bad hygiene, like all kind of shit just in one, that'd have been me, you feel me? And like I still came out with like two of the dopest friends ever, you know, like, and I look back on high school, like maybe I didn't graduate, maybe it was some things that kept me from actually going every day, keeping my grades up, because it was one point they put me out, they said yeah, we're gonna have to just, you know, let you go, bro. You, since freshman year, you only been here 46% of the time. It was like my junior year. Like I'm like 3 years in, and they like, yeah, you haven't even been here 50% of the time.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like that's like missing a whole semester. You know what I'm saying? Or like missing a whole semester and a half.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, and then he told me that, and I was just like, damn. Like, and then he's like, even if you missed the first 3 periods, like those add up as absence after so long. So it's like you've never been the first period. So that's like you never here almost. So
that was a big issue for me, not going to first period, you know, trying to catch the early money and everything, not trying to go to school. I remember times when I got suspended, I would come into school, you know, still be in school. That's when I wanted to come in. But the times when I was supposed to be in school, I wasn't in school, you know, and then I come in like third period, you know. Then when I come in, it's like I get a call or a text like, yeah, man, I need woo, and I'm like, oh, okay, meet me in the bathroom. And they like, oh, no, man, I'm outside. It's like, oh. You just came in with me and you done left, so you only telling me that you've been in school 1 period and now you want me to leave school? Man, you coming in, man, here I come. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a place where people will come to school. Look, they would literally come to school, get them from smoking bed. Like, like, hey, because ain't nobody outside with it, but they know if I went to school, my man's there. I can just go back to the crib.
Don't let it be a fire alarm or something that get pulled. Oh yeah, we ain't going back to school then. We done for the day.
Yeah, that's why I got pulled. I didn't want to be here today.
We done for the day. Everybody gone. Everybody who ain't want to come, we gone.
And it's like, I don't think I ever knew nobody personally that actually did that either. Like we didn't never.
Who pulled it?
Yeah, like I never really knew him personally. Like nothing. It's just like. That happened and it was like right on time. Every time.
It was some goofies, but at the same time, it's like shout out to y'all. You know
right on time, every time. Big shout out to you, Fire One, pull up in high school, man.
So,
y'all made some tough days very, very easy.
Man.
But,
I remember the times we used to come in there so high, man. I'm talking about so high, and they just in school. Y'all know y'all late, man. Y'all ain't going to class today.
I was like. You might as well make me the doorman in that mouth.
Man.
In school.
Shout out to in school, man. Stalin was the teacher for a minute, you know,
Mr.
Stalin was the teacher,
Moore.
Man. Yeah.
Mr. Moore was the man. Y'all used to give me the uniform shirts, man. He used to charge like $20. I'm like, man, I've been rocking this for months, bro. I got the little hole in it and another shirt. Take too long.
Good dude, man. Good dude.
Like I said, high school, and it was tough. It was tough like this. I don't know, I guess like mentally, I wasn't really all the way there. Maybe that's why I couldn't like, you know, keep it together, you know, keep myself, you know, together. I ain't really have like a real relationship in high school, you know, like everybody, that'd be like their first thing, like, you know, that'd be like the first. I ain't really had that. I ain't really get that experience. So I guess from now I just gained a lot of perspective, you know, from the other side of being, you know, just a little bit different from everybody else. But man, it never once stopped the fun that I did have, you know, like, or when I was smiling and having fun in school, like, cause it wasn't always like just because I'm going through this or my disposition didn't mean I didn't laugh and make people laugh while I was there and have good fun days in school. It just wasn't that many, you know. But every time I did have one, a great day, fun day, it definitely involved one of my brothers.
Yeah,
It had to, because it's like that's the only thing I can remember. Like it had to be because this guy did something funny, or white boy. I wish he was here, man. Y'all all know white boy, man.
Shout out to white boy.
Shout out to white boy, man. That's my brother.
Boy.
Love, bro. Y'all, and man, these guys just made high school a lot easier for me. And on top of not really being able to make it to school because of the, like, you know, the games,
terrain and everything.
Yeah, the terrain. That's a better word. The terrain. The route I had to take was like occupied. You know, so it was like some days you had to.
Cause honestly, that was by the ops house, right? You know, that was
It's that route. It's that route. So like.
Sure.
After school, if you make it to school that day, after school you can march, cause it's gonna be like 15 of us. We gonna march down the street.
We march.
But like you can make it to school, and after school you realize that nobody else come to school.
Yep. Yeah.
And you be dolo taking that march.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself on the train tracks trying to.
You gotta run, man. Run, bricks, bottles, shots. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like
get real.
It got real, but like, you know, just thinking back on how like them days we used to just get let out of school and the streets used to just be filled with us. Like it'd be like for a split second, then nobody even want to go home for real. Like we just really out here just chilling. Like we out of there. What's up? Like this like
bus
the
stop
parking lot.
Bus stop pimping.
Bus stop pimping.
Hell no.
It was like, and then it just went by so fast. Like, looked up and it was over with. And we had to do all of this other stuff, make all of these grown decisions so fast, you know. It was just...
Wanted to be grown so bad.
Like,
man.
And when it happened. Like, no more, well, at least I could just go to school and, you know, get up, just go to school, and this is all I got to do now. I can go to the crib and chill out or go, you know, just do whatever.
Responsibilities, priorities, bills.
What?
You know? Start having kids and changing your life and moving to another state. You know what I'm saying?
And before that, what about just right after high school?
Yeah, that was some tough times, man.
That first, damn, I gotta, or like, I ain't gonna say that first job because usually people start working while they still in high school. But that first time when this job is like a career now, you know what I'm saying? Because like you might not be going to college, so you ain't really trying to in the range to get a degree. Because I wasn't like headed for a degree, you know. Right. But like not speaking from those kind of people's perspective, just speaking from like shit, I gotta get a job, and whatever job I get, this is it. You know what I mean? I gotta work this until I get where I'm at. So like, what was that for you? Like, what was that first job you stuck with, like after high school? And was like, this.
I want to say Italy. It was like an Italian restaurant that was downtown, man. It was down. Shout out to Italy, man. My cousin worked there. He wound up getting me plugged in.
I think you tried to get me in there.
I tried to get you in there. You know, I had my brother in there. A couple of the guys, you know. We had a decent little time in that third shift. We really had fun. We really wasn't working as much, to be honest, man. We was drinking, we was laughing, smoking. You know, it was good times when we still got our work done.
Not
you
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
restaurant.
Nah, of course not. Of course not. You know, break time and everything. You know how it is. You know, we downtown, so we taking our walks and everything. You know. Going to bathroom trying to get a little
sting.
bit.
That's the sting from the pots.
Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, Italy was definitely one of the good ones, man. But you know, that came to an end. You know, came to an end. I remember I started working at the spa after that. The spa was the Air Ancient Bath. You remember John Wick, the movie John Wick?
I do remember John Wick.
That first, the scene when he was in the bath and all that stuff, when he was killing all the dudes and running around in the scene.
Yeah, he had to kill the lady, right?
But it was like so many different people. Like, you know, he was killing all these different people because I think they killed his dog around the time. You know? So
I remember.
He was going crazy and went through this little facility or whatever, but it was like a spa, you know? And that spa was the first spa, Air Ancient Bath, which they call A.B. You know, but that was the first spot. It came from Barcelona, you know, and that was the first one in the United States, and they recorded that one. It was actually in New York. That was the first one. The second location came to Chicago, and I was their first employee, you know, so I got to learn a lot of different stuff about that. You know, that was a pretty cool job and everything, you know. Pretty nice. Met a lot of famous people. A lot of famous people came, you know, to get massages, things like that. Jay-Z,
athletes,
Jay-Z, Beyonce, couple football players. You know, it was a couple people. They had something called a red wine bath.
Shout out to Jay and Beyonce. They up in them ancient.
And they tip good, man. Shout out to them, man. But they had this red wine bath, man. That was $500 a person, man. But I always wanted to do it, man. But I just didn't want to spend the money, man. You know, when you got the money, but you like, man, I just feel like this is an impulsive decision, you know?
I'm just thinking, bro, red wine bath. Like, how big is this tub?
And it was nice. It was a nice size tub, man. I forgot how much red wine was exactly in there, but you know, they gave you a glass and everything to drink, and it was real soothing. They
You
had
drinking your bath wine?
Nah, of course, yeah. I said the same thing, man. I thought they was nasty, man. I thought that was what was going on, man. I had to verify and make sure, cause.
That's wine. I'm not drinking the wine. My grapes is in. Actual grapes is in.
I'm paying $500, man. Let me get some of this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Nah, but shout out to Air Ancient Bath, man. Shout out to Air Ancient Bath, man. If y'all live in Chicago or New York, man, y'all go check it out, man. Best experience you'll ever have in your life.
That sounds dope for real.
Yeah. That ended shortly, you know what I'm saying, because I wound up transferring over, moving to Wisconsin. Well, you know, we get into that in a little
After
bit,
that?
you know? Yeah. I wound up leaving that job and going straight to Wisconsin, chasing after some love, man. A little high school love, you know? A little high school crush.
That sound like a tough road you went down, my brother.
Tough road, tough
Chasing
decision,
love,
man, you know?
Shit.
And it wasn't like I was doing messed up, you know?
Chasing love, that's some running, man.
I put myself through the hardest times, you know, but I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying?
That's when I lost the most weight.
Yeah, I think I'm built for this, man. You know, I think I'm built for the lifestyle, though, you know? Roller coaster lifestyle, but I'm made for it, you know?
For sure.
You know? Shout out to Wisconsin, though, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Wisconsin.
Shout out to Wisconsin.
Why we gonna shout out Wisconsin?
You gotta shout them out, man, because without them, we would have never had the experiences that we had, you know? We done did some shit out here, man, you know? Shout out to Wisconsin for putting me on my first plane, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Taking me to California, Philadelphia.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Oh, you did that. You did that when you said that. You did that. Wisconsin, a job that hired us here, actually hired us within a week, flew us out to start our jobs to different cities. Like they
flew me to Philadelphia first.
And they flew me to San Diego.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. Like first time being on a plane.
First class.
First time being hired for a job that like they telling you need a diploma. You need your education. Like after 3-4 months of you working, you're gonna come back to Wisconsin and we're gonna put you through school.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your education. Like this job was scary a little bit. Like this, like I said, it was hard for me to prioritize. I just wanted what I wanted and didn't really understand what I needed to do to get it. I just was like, if I gotta do that, fuck it. And that ain't the attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I gotta do this. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it the right way. And I'm gonna reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? So, but like Yeah, they put me on my first plane, bro.
For sure, man.
My first plane to Cali, bro. To Cali, that was my first time in California. And touchdown at a hotel surrounded by palm trees.
Paid
beautiful
for.
neighborhood, paid for.
Per diem, pay every day to eat. I can't beat it, man. The pay was amazing.
In the dispensaries, when the dude in the room next to me was like, "Hey man, you know you could just like I had just came from Chicago, from Chicago to Wisconsin to California. The weed laws had to be explained to me. Like this dude, like man, you can just smoke out here, bro. Like you ain't got to worry about that." And we tested the theory. I'm just sitting there smoking. This was like what 4 years?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. I'm sitting there, I'm smoking, and a cop just pop out of nowhere, like he's looking for something. And I'm like, oh shit. He like, nah, man, you good. And I'm like, huh? He like, you good? I'm like, you sure? He like, yeah. I'm like,
he's like, I don't know, this is a trap. This is a trap, man. This is a trick.
I hit the cop looked up, and he was like, just dusted himself off and walked away. It was crazy. Like I was in a Twilight Zone or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This he got me high as shit. It was some OG too.
Shout out to the OG.
Bro, I had to smoke for like 3 weeks. I was trying to get that job.
Yeah.
But they was telling me they finna give me some money before I even started working, bro. You know what I was doing? I was stressing. Like, y'all finna give me $300 before I even work.
I love it.
What? I need that.
I love it.
I need that. I actually spent a little bit of that on that weed when I got there.
Kindly accepted, you know?
It was very, very much needed too.
Good experience, man. Good experience. Shout out to H.J. Martin.
That's what that job is.
H.J. Martin. Shout out to H.J. Martin.
It was a construction apprenticeship that I got hired for, and I wasn't ready for that. But I did what I could to get to stay in Cali. I was there for 4 months. Hotel. Hey, people was riding past. You know how like when you go to work, you don't realize that you don't really realize how much you take your same little route to work. It was like this couple or this chick that drove past the hotel almost like every morning. Around the time I would get off, get showered up and go out and have me a smoke, she would kind of like be like at that light, you know, at the same time, like almost every morning. It's like she would see me like, yo, this dude is at this hotel for weeks. What is he doing out here? Like, I was just out there with my glasses, like, yeah. And I started to see him like every day. Like, I started to notice it. One time it was like her, and she was in the car with somebody. They're like, yo, what you doing? Like, what is this? Like, yo, I'm just chilling, you know, I'm just living it up, you know what I'm saying? It just looked good, you know. So that was another experience and another chunk of perspective gained, you know what I'm saying? Because usually you could be the one just riding past, seeing that person standing outside that nice hotel, like, damn, what the fuck do he do, you know? But I was on the other side, you know what I'm saying? Got to see how it feel for a little bit, because I was working my back off.
Man,
I was working my back off.
Definitely was a hard job, you know. It wasn't easy. Easy, you know. Made it happen though, man. Philadelphia was some good times though. You know what I'm saying? I went out there and at first when I got out there, you know, they had me in a place called Bensalem. If you know about Philadelphia in the area, you know Bensalem, like a little suburb that's real close, you know? Oh, okay. So I'm out there, they had me in a suburb. You know that job want to put you out in a good area, you know, away from harm and away. I'm from the trenches, you know? When I touch down the cities, I got to go to the trenches, you know?
Chicago to Wisconsin, Wisconsin to Philly.
I got to go to the trenches when I'm out there. It just make me feel home, you know what I'm saying? Like being out there, I feel a little off, feel a little out of place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they flew him from Philly to Cali, not just They flew him from Philly to Cali. He got to see Philadelphia and Cali in the same year.
Yeah, but that was kind of a messed up situation. We gonna get into that too.
Still though.
But it was a good experience, you know it was. But Philadelphia, man, I remember just being in Bensalem and I'm like, man, I'm tired of being out here, man. You know, like, where's the fun? Where's the street life? Where's the projects? You know, like that's where I want to go. You know, and I was looking for some bullets. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to find a gas. So, you know, I wound up taking a Uber and everything. You know, doing some little research and talking to a few people. You know, so I wound up going over to Huntington Ave. I believe it was like 19th Street over there. You know, around Meek Mill area, if y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So I remember going out there. You know, I met a couple of Shout out Meek, man. I'm mad you was at the BET Awards, you know. I was trying to get up with him, you know, I do the music, so I was trying to meet his people and everything. Went over there, met a couple of his guys and everything, you know. I was trying to touch bases.
Now you think they actually like his guys or guys that's
right,
really like out there, you know what I'm saying, and know?
Of course, you know, it's probably some of both, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, people be bragging like, yeah, I know him, that's my best friend, yeah, we kick it every day, you know? People, but, you know, for the most part.
You know his best friend.
Exactly, they with him, you know what I'm saying?
You know
They probably was with him, but you know, they know him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm chopping it up with him and everything, they telling me he be out there and everything, and I'm like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he around today? Like, I'm trying to get up with him, you know what I'm saying? Let me spit for him, you know? They like, nah, man, he at the BET Awards. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, my right opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Just wrong timing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Philly was decent. It was nice, man, you know? I got into it with that foreman now, though, man. He was mad at me. He was mad. You remember when they had us doing the little apps when we had to take pictures of our work, you know, before and after?
I know them formers be some mad motherfuckers.
Man, them foremans, man,
they be mad, bro.
And they gonna be assholes just because, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just that's just the way they is. They feel like they learned everything and they at a higher, you know, profession, so they feel like they can talk down. You know what I'm saying? Which is true, but still the talking down, you know, it just ain't gonna sit right with me. You gotta be professional, you gotta be respectful, you ain't gonna, you know, to get respect, you gotta give it, you know? But you remember on the little app, they had you taking the pictures before and after, you know what I'm saying? Before your work and everything. You know?
Like the social media, they have like a social media.
Like a little app, little page, you know what I'm saying? So I'm taking the pictures and everything, but when I'm taking the pictures, I'm taking it with us, you know, and we don't got our proper, you know, protective equipment, you know what I'm saying?
That PPE.
So we weren't wearing that PPE, you know what I'm saying? So we got in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. The foreman got in trouble because I was doing my job and taking pictures before and after, you know, but he was telling us that we wasn't authorized and we didn't need to, you know, wear the PPE equipment, you know what I'm saying? So
when they tell you supposed to always wear your PPE.
Learn something new every day, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to listen, you know, we just thugging it, you know, ain't using our PPE, you know, we all good, you know what I'm saying? And then one morning I came and I was just getting these dirty looks and just this, you know, the mood just changed, you know, when you can feel a vibe. And I'm like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you cool, you know? And then one pulled me to the side, somebody I was cool with, he was out there too, but he was in Jersey. He stayed in Jersey. I forgot his name, but shout out to that funny motherfucker. But we was in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? We was out there in Jersey and shit. He was from Jersey. He wound up telling me like, yeah, he was like, they mad at you because you got him in trouble because he was taking the pictures. And I'm like, that's my job. That's what I was supposed to do. They made me do this. It ain't my fault, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know, so he mad at me because I done got him in trouble. And so now he trying to do whatever he can to get me kicked out and everything. So make a long story short, you know, everything, man, they wound up finding reasons, you know, to get me kicked out. I wound up going back trying to explain, you know, I feel like I'm in court, you know what I'm saying? I got to explain my situation and tell them what happened and how they was mad at me because of, you know, it's just so much, you know? So they gave me like a little 2-week suspension or whatever just to figure out, you know, what they was going to do with me. And then they, you know, decided to give me another chance, you know? So, you know, I ended up sending me over to California, you know what I'm saying? But I was over there like towards more LA area, you know what I'm saying? So I was like
San Diego, baby.
So I was over there, you know what I'm saying?
San Diego. Shout out tacos.
Shout out
and
to
Modelo.
But to be honest though, I went to Portillo's. I was getting busy on Portillo's out there, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I was eating at this Thai restaurant that was right across the street from my hotel every day. Man. That and tacos.
Wendy's.
Modelo.
I gotta be the thumbnail.
Modelo.
Man, shout out to Cali, man, for real, man.
Man, that shit was fun. It was fun.
I had some good experiences, man. Went through a lot though, man. A lot being in the Wisconsin period though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, look where we at now. We in a fucking motel doing this podcast, bro.
Shout out to us though, man.
We in a fucking
Ain't nothing
motel,
gonna stop us from getting our story out there, man. We telling our story. That's what the name of this should be, man. That's what the name of the story. I think that sounds real good. Y'all put in them comment sections what y'all think, man. We still need ideas, man. I think that's a good idea, though. Start bringing other people on here, let them tell their stories. We can even take it to, you know what I'm saying, go outside in the public, you know. Start talking to the public and doing it too, you know what I'm saying. Everybody got a story, you know what I'm saying.
Everybody
got a story.
We could be, we could be that platform.
Yeah.
Let everybody come and tell their story. Even though you see a lot of them, they don't really get the they don't really get the people that we know. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know who we know. Like, they don't know the stories about the people we know, and I feel like them the stories that matter, you know, especially in our lives and people around us, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get those stories, man. Those stories that matter, you know? Like the ones that matter to us, the ones from the people that we care about and love, you know, that we've met on this long journey. Cause like after high school, for me, like see, this brother right here was able to go get like professional jobs. Like he was wearing uniforms and shit. Like I was like, man, bro, like, damn, like I was cutting that grass. You feel me? Like I was cutting that grass, and like I had gotten to like some dumb shit. So then let me tell you how stupid I was. I was the type of nigga that chose to break into a house on a job. All right, I'm gonna just get that out there. I was so fucked up in the head, man.
Hey, you was fucked up in the head.
I was fucked up in the head, bro.
Fucked up.
We mowing grass. At some point, I see a motherfucker leave their house, and like, I guess I decided to like, you know what? I'm gonna go up in that person's house. I was a stupid ass kid, man. Y'all could tell me I was a dumbass kid.
Yeah, you was dumbass, you know. I'll be the first one to tell you was dumbass.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it was over 10 years ago. Give me a break.
Give you a break, man. We gonna give him a break. We gonna give him a break, man. You know, they expunge records after 7-8, man.
I haven't been in that game, but let me get back to it. I told you to go up in that people's house and took some shit up out of there that wasn't mine, didn't belong to me, and ended up getting the guys that I was working with in some shit, cause now this neighborhood we in is so fucking quiet. They make one call for a burglarized home and the whole fucking district is on your tail, you know. So I'm in a high-speed chase, stolen stuff in the car, and two guys that got nothing to do with this, you know, they were just there. And man, before I did anything, I remember telling them, yo, anything happen, I'm gonna take my rap. Y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing. Don't say nothing. I was young and dumb, but I was honorable. Mm-hmm. I've always been honorable, bro. Everything, I always think my shit through. Even though we got caught and I had to go to the county, get on probation, felony charges or whatever, I thought it through. I was like, man, if I get through this, I'm gonna buy me a phone, I'm gonna buy me some clothes, I'm gonna go to the funeral fresh, because my homie had got killed around that time. I was like, man, I'm gonna need some bread for this funeral. So I thought it through, but I was like, man, if I get caught, I'm gonna just say I did everything. And I had never been to the county jail or anything like that before, but I had made that choice, like, yo, if I get caught, it's on me. I'm gonna take whatever they throw at me, bro. Cause
real shit.
I guess at that time I was like, yo, I'm ready to make that choice. Like shit, cause it's a good chance I could get away with this. I got a front going. I'm working a little lawn job. Shit. Man, my stupid ass walked them people TV across that front lawn and threw it in that van. And when they called my dumb ass, they had me in the back of the car, and there was another police car like a little bit like close to me, and there was like a lady. It looked like a face in the back seat, like, yeah, that's him. Like they hit the window, like, yeah, that's him. That's him. I was like, oh shit, somebody in that car. They like, yeah, that's him right there. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
At that moment, you realize.
I was like, oh, damn. Because it's like they pulled me out the car, they're like, stand there. And I'm standing there, I'm like, what? Then I look in the back seat, they're like, yeah. I see somebody pointing. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at this seat, my stupid ass. But we get to the station. Now this was crazy. This is why I talk about being honorable, okay? Okay, we get to the station. I told y'all, I get caught. It's my rap. Don't say nothing. You're going to go home because I'm going to tell them I did it, period. And that's what I did. But another guy that got caught, and the reason he got caught, I'm telling this guy is so fucking stupid. This dude is so stupid, bro. Like, we're literally running from a car crash, because I crashed that car. I was doing like 90 in a minivan down the middle of the road, bro. I'm down the middle of the road on the island that separate the two big streets, like 2, 3, or 4 streets. I'm driving on the middle, and like I came to an intersection. The traffic is like, phew, phew, and the motherfucker in the passenger seat. R.I.P. to my cousin Arthur, man, because like he was with us and he survived everything. He passed a few years later after that. So R.I.P. to him. But he was with me that day. The passenger seat. He was the one that told my family I had got arrested. So, he was like in the passenger seat, like, oh shit! Like I remember I was flying, and I'm like in like autopilot because I'm not hitting no brakes. I'm just like, go. As soon as we got to the intersection, the car just stopped it straight across. I'm like, yes, we gone! Like, and we was going. I got on the street. And I looked back and it was like cars like everywhere and I didn't see the police no more. Like I was gone. I was gone. I'm like, yo, this is my first high speed. I've never done this before. I've never done this. I'm fucking dope as fuck. I'm like, yo, I'm dope. So I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm losing it. And then I go to hit the brake. Bro, the car is a minivan. It's 95. What brake? It's nothing there. I'm talking about air. I'm like, bro, the brake's not working. He like, slow down. I'm trying. I just said, fuck it. I'm going to turn. Bad decision.
Swerve.
I swerved. Hit a parked car. Like, boom. And went back on all four and then it was just rolling. Rolled into like a little parking lot. We had to go up out of there, man. But I'm talking about, yo, it was intense. Arthur got away, my cousin. The other guy that got arrested with me, for some reason, he sees me. Like, I'm a heavyset dude. I always have been. I can't hop gates and do all this crafty stuff, but you can. Why are you running next to me? Like, he's running next to me the whole time with a phone. Like, man, we gotta call our boss. Like, bro, no, bro. Like, did you see what just happened?
Well, we gotta call our boss.
You want me to call the boss, bro? Like, no. Not now, bro. I'm dealing with something at the moment, bro. So he's just not running away for his life. He didn't run for his life. Like, if I had the athletic ability, stature to haul ass and hit gay, bro, I would have never got arrested with my dumb ass. He got arrested, and now he in the fucking police station giving up names. Why is you telling them my cousin name and he got away? You feel me? Like, come on, that's not honorable, bro. When I told you we get caught, don't say nothing. They gonna have to let you go because I'm gonna tell you.
Motherfucker, get on that nugget. Beat on your nugget.
So they come to me like, yeah, man, who's Artie? I'm like, what? He like, man, who's Artie, man? The other dude. I'm like, what other dude? So now, because I'm hearing names, I'm like, man, that nigga, I seen him get arrested. I'm like, right. he in that talking. I'm like, what other dude? He like, and your homie in there. I'm like, bro, I don't know that dude. Like, I was by myself. Like, what are you talking about? He just like, man, who's Artie? He said Artie was with him. I'm like, man, I don't know him. I don't know who y'all talking about. I was by myself. That was my van. I did that. That's when I had to just put it all on the table. And I signed my statement just like that. But I learned that was wrong too. I was supposed to let them people do their job.
Yeah.
But if I would have let that people do their job, they would have took that snitch ass nigga and just wrote down everything he said.
And they fuck around.
And they would have been looking for, you know. So I'm like, fuck, this nigga in here. He talking, running his mouth. So you know what? I don't know that nigga. They let him go. I did this shit. Matter of fact, before I signed that statement, I'm hungry. And I want a cigarette. And I got both. But I got arrested too. So 3 and out for my stupid ass. First high speed chase. Then that was really my first caper that I just went on by myself, said fuck it. And that was the first time getting arrested, felony charge. And from there, I guess I can say life improved. Cause I didn't do dumb shit like that. Shit, I tried working hard ass jobs after that. I worked at Macy's, temp services all around Chicago until I just crapped out around 19, 20. I just remember not working for a long time and not really making no money either. Just kind of just crapped out and went dry for like dry. That's you just no phone, like literally no phone, nothing. It's just you gotta pull up on me, come to the crib, I'm here. Like I'm here, you know. So, it was tough, man. But time went on, and I'm talking about like it came to me getting down on my knees and praying for a way. And like I looked up and this nigga was in Wisconsin running around and he was coming back telling me like, man,
that's the move, man.
Hey, so
that's the move.
And it's not like we gonna say, hey y'all, get out of where you at, come to Wisconsin. It was like, just get out of where you at.
Yeah, for real.
Especially if you feeling like shit is not working. If you can, a lot of people can't up and leave their situations, and I understand that, but if you can, or even influence someone next to you, if they can, yo, get out and go find you something. Get out of there, like, get out of here.
And
you ain't gotta stay here,
man. It's like we small ants, man. We just stuck in this one little section, and we feel like this is life. This is it. This is everything.
And
you know?
the city is
it's
big.
It's a big city, man.
But
it's
you
a big
limited
world.
to this. So how big is it really?
Yeah,
all you got is this right here, and the city is this big. But all you got is this. Like how big is it actually? This city is this big. But we can walk around the whole thing, so it's like it's more range, you know. It's you know.
It's a better life, man. You ain't gotta look over your shoulders. You ain't gotta do too much of that. You know what I'm saying? It's peaceful. The people different out here. You know, they more helpful. You know.
It can be prejudice.
They can be, man. We just came across a Karen situation. Karen landlord, Karen tenants, lieutenant pet. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you know.
That's why we in this motel.
Yeah, you come across some things, man. You come across some things, but you know it ain't gonna break me. You know what don't break me make me stronger. You know, I'm hard body. You know, we was made for it. You know what I'm saying? So,
what? Made for that shit, man. Made for that type shit, man.
No, it ain't gonna put us down. We in this whole motel, you know, trying to figure it out, thug it out for now. But you know, eventually we gonna figure it out, man. We ain't gonna be in here for too long, you know. Mark my words. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Going up for me.
We don't never stay like this for too long, man. This minor setback for a major comeback.
And then, actually, this whole situation sparked this whole idea.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Whatever y'all going through, make it through.
Just know that you can turn something negative into a positive when you put your mind to it, you know?
Hey, I said, you know, in the darkest places, you could stumble across a treasure. Like, sure. It is possible. Like, you know, everything is so, like, in areas where everything is so bright and vivid, like, anything can blind you. Anything flashy, it just can blind you. You can be blinded by whatever in a bright place. But in dark places, man, you can really stumble across something valuable. So,
I think everybody done been in that dark place, man. Yeah. But you know, you just gotta keep that mindset, you know, to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you just gotta keep pushing. You know, you ever seen that little meme or whatever when they had the dude and he was trying to get to the gold and he was hitting the brick, you know what I'm saying, just hitting it
and he gave
stopped.
Up. Yeah.
But all he had to do was hit it one more time and he was right there. You know, so don't give up, man. Keep chasing that dream. Keep doing whatever you're doing. You know. Don't listen to everybody else, man. It's always gonna be critics, man. You know, that's what come with it. You know, you make $100,000, you know what I'm saying, and people gonna tell you post it, people gonna say it's fake, man. You know what I'm saying? You post it and show that it's real, people gonna try and say, how did you get it, and try and make up a way about it. You know, it's always gonna be something, you know. Just stay focused, you know.
And you stay focused, stay dedicated to whatever your family, your hustle, your goals, you know. And just stay productive. Even if you're not working, if you ain't, like, it's productive. If someone may think you are, just do your thing. Start you a YouTube, a social media platform. Just get on there and tell your story. You know, get it out here. Because with me, this whole journey has been like moving to Green Bay. Because that's where we at in Wisconsin right now currently. Then moving back home with nothing. Like, I moved here with nothing. And moved back home with less than what I had. it then came back. Like when I came back, I was like, it's like, okay, I know what I want to do. It's like, you told me, man, come out here, you get you a job. True. Found a job, found a girl. We had a place, yeah, but it's like I still didn't have my mind right. I didn't know what I wanted out of that job. I didn't know what I wanted out of that relationship. I didn't even know what I wanted out of moving here. I just wanted to get away from the problems that I had back home. But eventually, a year later, I went back home, and had to face those problems. And when I did, I came out on the other end of that. I made some money. I made some good money. I got my credit up. Hey, we can talk about that on another one, how to get y'all credit up, because I really feel like I got a nice recipe for that. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I really feel like I have a nice recipe for building some decent credit line, So stay tuned. But like coming back, I got a lot more work ethic, and I really have real goals that I know what I have to do to hit them. So that's the difference from then and now. What about you? You came. I remember you was thinking about coming back home, but you stayed.
I did go back home for that little minute, you remember?
Yeah.
So I got the.
How long was it before you came back? Did you stay like a year or
here?
When you came back home?
No, it was probably like about 6-7 months, something like that.
He was really like, man, I'm on my way back.
I really wanted to go back. I was like in the process of like going through so much in Wisconsin. Mentally my mind was just not that no more. Dealing with like relationships and my daughter and just a lot of things that was just weighing over me. Becoming unbearable. And I just was missing my family and my people.
Sure.
I'm like, man, I got people down here, but it ain't the same, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, my people down there, they be wanting me to come back already, talking about like, I should have never went down here in the first place, but, sometimes you don't listen, and I still made the best out of it, you know what I'm saying? But I wound up going back and everything, and I had gave my place to my little cousin, I wound up going back, and it was good though, it wasn't like I was messed up, everything was good, I was getting back into my routine, everything was cool, but in the midst of that, I was going through relationship problems, and it was just, she wound up coming back towards Wisconsin. We was having little issues, and it kind of put me in a dark place too, and it was just like, in my mind, I had my life based on, us spending our life together, the rest of our life. Like, I'm young, but in my mind, it's like I didn't have my fun, I did it all, so.
Young, but you had grown man plans.
So it was just like, like for me, it was just like, damn, life is good, it's cool, but I ain't got my partner, I don't feel complete, and at the point, she made me feel like she wasn't loved enough or that she need, all these things. So I felt it was my job, my duty to go chase and let her know, that I do love her, I do want this relationship, I'm one of those people who was like, you can ask my mama or anybody, they gonna tell you shit. I'm one of the people you fuck up one time, that's it. Like, if you hit me up and I tell you call me at 10 o'clock, you call me at 10:01, look, you cut off. It's too late, I said 10 o'clock, Don't call me at 10:50, don't call me at 9:59, because I said 10 o'clock, Now we gonna have a problem.
Do they call those people irrational? Is that irrational?
I don't know what you call it, man.
Dramatic? What's that word? Let's not even put a word to it. Let's just say that's how I rock.
That was just me, you know what I'm saying? But I had to stop doing that. In my mind it was like if I really wanted something, I had to chase after. I had to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I wound up, changing my life again, based on the relationship and love and everything, and going back to Wisconsin, chasing love again. You know what I'm saying? So I wound up going back out there to find out that I didn't have a place anymore because my little cousin wound up losing a place, you know what I'm saying? And just like a lot of little issues I was going through, man. So I wound up going and sleeping in hotels. I had my dog, weekly stays and doing all that, It was like a big issue, I was still trying to contact her and, talk to her and everything. In the midst of that, she was doing me dirty, having a double life behind my back and all this, I found out it hurt the body, you know what I'm saying? But I had to accept it, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, that's what it was. You did what you wanted to do, I had to still get my mind back focused. I had to, because I lost myself in the process, you know what I'm saying? So getting my mind back right and doing everything I needed to do, you know what I'm saying? To get back in the place that I know I deserve to be, because I lost a lot. I had acres, I had an RV, I had hella cars, you know what I'm saying? I was doing good, but me having a good heart and taking care of everybody, and you know what I'm saying, doing so much as that, I wound up like losing it. You know, it's like they say the saying, but I never really knew about the saying, how real it was until it happened. You know, they say when you got so much money in a pot, you know what I'm saying, but you helping everybody and they take. When the pot empty, it's like now everybody looking around like, now what? And they expecting you to pull a rabbit out the hat, you know, but y'all done already took it, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like one of them situations where it was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm helping everybody, but I really don't got nobody around. And anybody that know me know, like, I don't like help. You know, I don't want you to do shit for me. I'm going to grind, I'm going to get it, I'm going to make a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. But I give you my last, I do whatever, but I don't want shit from you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person I am. But now I know in this life, at this age, you know what I'm saying, 2023, I know that I got to put myself first, you know? I used to think that was such a selfish thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if I put myself first, like, that's selfish. I need to be thinking about them, you know? If I got $100, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But if I got $100 and we can split this between all us and have a good time, you know, that's the type of person I am,
that'll
you know?
be fun.
So,
that'll make me,
you know
I would enjoy this $100 a lot better.
So it's just like one of them things, bro, you know? But I learned, like, doing all of that, it just puts you in a bad position. So you got to make sure that you put yourself first, you know? Self-love is really important, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't love yourself and you don't put yourself first, nobody else gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? So I learned to stop helping people who don't deserve the help, you know what I'm saying? I put a lot of people in positions that they didn't deserve because they skipped the steps to get in the position that they in, you know?
Or it's like, if you love yourself so much and let the people around you see you love yourself, they would love themselves a lot more. They would start to do that thing that's like, help me help you. They would start to help themselves, and if they need help, it would be easier to help them. You feel me? Like they see you, like, man, he treat himself well. He do this for himself. They would do that. I feel like that's dope, because I feel like, in a way, that's what I do. Like I said, I'm coming from a guy that's like, you know, I had like depression, anxiety. You know, I was self-conscious about, you know, everything for a long time. You know, and it's just like the shit that people see me do now, I get compliments from, you know, my brother, white boy, all the time. He say, man, you a genius. He say, bro, bro, that's genius. You know what I'm saying? So that, when I hear that coming from coming from my brother, my best friend, somebody that knows me, has known me for a long time, he hear me come up with an idea, he say, yo, that's smart. Like, even when you said it, like, you just said it, like, before we even started, and it's like every time I hear him, like, I know my mind is, I'm thinking a lot clearer now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like maybe I am hitting like some really good points. Like I'm hitting some really good, you know, I'm getting some really good strides when it comes to thinking. You know, like I'm just getting in my bag when it mentally, you know, and it's just, it's good. Like I just feel like I'm you know, God has really helped me do that, you know.
Mentally, that's all it's really about, getting in that good position, though, you know, mentally. If you ain't that mentally, it's hard for you to really do anything, honestly. People just, physically, they think that, you know, it's cool, but your mental is everything, you know.
Yeah, no, I just said that too, man. It's just that I was on a walk and I was saying it to myself, like, maybe it's just because we think we men and we can just handle a bunch of stuff, just because I feel like I'm a man, I'm supposed to just handle a lot, even when I'm going through it mentally. Just still, I can handle it, and like, I'll flip out, and then I'm wondering why I'm flipping out, and just like rage and stuff like that. So it's just like, you can't handle everyone's issues and your own all at the same time. You just
Can't focus on nothing that you can't control. That's something that I had to really learn. You know, that I had a big issue with that, stressing over everything. Like, man, I gotta fix this, man, I gotta do this. Even not just my problems, just people around me, people I care about. It's like, damn, I gotta do this, I gotta help them with this, I gotta do this. And it's like, damn, that ain't even my problem, but I feel like I'm obligated, you know what I'm saying?
In a lot of ways, it's like people put so many of their problems on you, you become that problem solver for them. So now it's your responsibility, like, because that's the kind of person you are. Like, man, because I done told them I got them, they done gave me all this responsibility, but it's just the journal of a black man. You know what I'm saying? This is a black man's journal. is it
Real,
thoughts of a
man.
black man, a young black man?
I feel good though, you know. I
Yeah.
came a long way, man. I feel like I
Accomplished a lot.
accomplished a lot, you know, to even have
Yeah.
acres, you know what I'm saying? I came from the
Yes.
projects, you know what I'm saying? Cousins with us, living with us. We sleeping in the...
This is probably the last
Man.
generation living in the project in Chicago.
Man, for sure.
No, I think it's one more because
I think it was.
old block kids.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
But Leclerc Courts, man, shout out to Leclerc Courts. They tore our buildings down like 2008, 2009, you know, our projects, you know. Yeah, man, some good memories there, man. I'm a real LC baby, man. I don't know about everybody else who be talking if they say they from the hood and everything, but I was real live, born and raised in the projects, you know, LC, you know what I'm saying? What I wasn't born in the projects. I'm gonna take that back.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that back, you know what I'm saying? Because I was born on 63rd St. Lawrence over there, you know what I'm saying, with my people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to my people
that
over
block.
there. Yeah, Tuckerville, everything, if y'all heard
Whoa.
about that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family, you know what I'm saying? But
Did
I
you
grew
just
up over
set
there.
trip?
Yeah, I grew up over there, you know what I'm saying? They're my family, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But, you know, I'm from West Side, Leclerc Courts, you know what I'm saying? That's my area. But my daddy's side of the family, they over there, 63rd Road, St. Lawrence, all that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
Is that
y'all,
another set trip?
y'all know my people, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. All the beautiful black people out there that just keep the positivity going, you know, so everybody can, you know, just make it. That's all we're trying to do. Make a way for our family and our loved ones. And I feel like we're gonna do that, man. I got some new goals. I got some new plans, man.
Sure.
Different outlook on how I want this channel to be. You know, different outlook on where I want my career to be. And I feel like, you know,
You got
do
the
too.
right partner, man. Got the right partner next to me, man. We gonna make this shit happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, got new music and everything on the way, new videos and shit coming. You know what I'm
music
saying?
and videos.
Podcasts in the works, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's looking good, man. It's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that part. Hey, man, why you gotta be doing all these dumbass dances and shit, making us look embarrassing and shit, man? Huh? It's a podcast. Focus. Damn. Sorry, y'all. You know, love.
Niggas getting a little touchy because I'm getting a little scruffy. He get a little touchy.
Just trying to tell him, man. You know, we handling business. You know what I'm saying? It's business right here. You know what I'm saying? Professional. You know what I'm saying?
Professionalism.
Damn.
Don't get me started on professionalism. We just had a big argument about professionalism yesterday.
Oh my God.
And this nigga right here. Matter of fact, we gonna save it
Yeah, because I'm a good guy.
this
man.
nigga gonna get me started on that.
I'm a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Very professional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
Let's say that for another episode, man.
Man, this one been great. It's been great, and hopefully we can get somebody on. We just really want to connect.
I got a few dope people, man.
We got a lot of dope people.
Yeah, I got a few people that I know.
Who gonna come sit with us here?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get a chance to come sit at the
Everybody
table.
do, but look, there's a lot of people that fuck with us, but they gonna see us in this motel. They gonna be like, hey, I gotta work that day.
Yeah, it's cool. Man. They can do all that, man. You know, struggle to better days, man. We in the telly right now, but you know that shit gonna change, man. You know, it's gonna change.
But until then, we rocking it out, y'all. It's Big Hunnrou, Big Hunnrou here with my brother.
4800 C.A.B. FOE, you know, full cab. Y'all trying to look up some music, you know what I'm saying?
And y'all better hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and drop whatever y'all want to drop in the comments, because we open to all of them. All criticism is very well needed, very much needed, you know, very much respect.
Keep it coming, man. All publicity, good publicity, man. We with it all.
Yeah.
No.
You just quoted Eazy-E right there.
Hey, don't quote me.
I ain't saying shit.
No.
Bow. Red thief or snake can't hang with me at all. Been wildin' since a youngin', they can't tame me. Pussy. The flow I came where you think I'm from the D. Macaroni time, here come the cheese. Cropped out the pig, you ain't shit to me. I ain't ducking shit, I be in the